unmute it. But I don't see the video. So that means I think Jackie's not signed in yet.
Okay.
So the password is 259
Okay.
476. I've never seen it like this before. Your client connection is encrypted.
Join with computer audio?
Yeah. See, it's weird. I think Jackie hasn't.
She hasn't signed in yet, but that's cool. It let me do it.
4 participants, yeah.
So what do you do when you
I can. Just do a 10 minute.
She'll get back on. Okay. All right, so just settle into child's pose. Let the knees come wide. Forehead down towards the mat. Reach the arms out in front. Maybe come up onto the fingertips, getting a deep stretch through the side body. And then just allow yourself to surrender here. So allow yourself to just settle into the body. Check in with the breath. Check in with how you feel. So this is a detox flow. It's a 75-minute class. Detox will twist. We'll try to warm the body up if you're not using your heat or outside. We'll try to warm the body up just through practice and through breath. So relax the jaw, the shoulders. Relax any tension that you have in the cheeks, the lips, maybe even the tongue, let it fall back, even to the bottom of the mouth or maybe back towards the throat. Let the lips part slightly. Now let's begin to come into our breath. So exhale all the air out so we can take a few breaths together. And we'll inhale for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Come into that Ujjayi breath, constrict the back of the throat again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Keep inhaling, inhaling, and then exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Controlled exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, side out. Come back to your normal rhythm breath. Keep elongating and deep in the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Now let's add some movement to this breath. On the next inhale, walk your hands over to the right, coming off of the mat. Take the left ear towards the mat. Take the right arm, wrap it behind you. 2 big belly breaths here. So inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Let the right arm join the left. Come through your center around to the other side, coming off of the mat on the left. Bring that right ear down towards the mat. Take the left arm, wrap it behind. Take 2 breaths here. Close the eyes. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Left arm joins the right. Come back through the center. If you're playing a playlist, go ahead and begin it now. Take a moment. You can get up and press play. I do think you can play it through iTunes if you have iTunes, and also watch the video and adjust the sound. So the sound on my voice is higher than the music. Or at least that's what I did once. All right, so back to child's pose. We'll take one more breath together. If you're still moving around, that's okay. Just join us when you're ready. Deep inhale and exhale. Next inhale, tabletop position, coming onto the hands and the knees, stacking. So your shoulders are stacked on the wrists, the hips are stacked on the knees. And just take a look behind. Make sure the feet are in line with the knees. You shouldn't be able to see the feet between the knees, right? So keep them in line so they're parallel lines. Nice neutral spine, engage the core, press the mat away from the hands, strengthening through the upper body. Inhale, cow pose, drop the belly, take the gaze up, let the butt come up. And then exhale, cat pose. Round the spine, tuck your chin, really press it all the way. 2 more there. Inhale, cow. Staying strong in the upper body. And then exhale, cat, rounding, tucking, pressing. 1 more. Inhale, dropping the belly, gaze up, tailbone. Exhale, press the mat away, round the spine, tuck the chin. Come back to your neutral spine. Inhale the right arm and the left leg, opposite direction. Be careful here, try not to arch the back. So try not to lift the leg higher than the butt. Keep it in line with the hip, flex the foot. Think energy shooting through that heel. Right fingers reaching forward, breathe, rotating the foot in the hand, reversing it, finding that strong, steady breath. Inhale, lengthen, reach, reach, reach. Exhale, reach behind, grab the foot. If it's unavailable to you, you're gonna just reach that right arm back and bend the back leg. If you have the foot, kick the 2 into one another, open up through the chest, take a breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, extend, release, come back out. Exhale, tabletop position. As you inhale, reach the left arm up towards the sky or the ceiling. As you exhale, weave it under for a shoulder stretch. Bring that left ear down. Option to take that opposite hand, that right hand out in front. Option to shoot that right leg out behind, creating more of a balance and a little bit of core. 2 more breaths wherever you are. Deep inhale and exhale. 1 more. Inhale. If you have that leg extended on the exhale, release it down. Bring that right hand underneath the right chest, shoulder, and come back up tabletop. Left arm extends out, right leg extends out. Opposite here. Extend, flex that foot, reach the fingers, opposite direction, rotate the foot in the hand. Reverse. Same thing here. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, reach behind. If you can grab it, grab it. If not, just reach. Kick the foot and the hand into one another. Open up, breathe. 1 more. Inhale, kick and lift. Inhale, extend back out. Exhale, release it, tabletop. Take the right arm up towards the sky or the ceiling. Exhale, weave it under, shoulder stretch on the other side. So the right ear comes down, the butt stays high. Maybe you take the left hand out in front. Maybe you extend the left leg behind. Just options. Breathe wherever you are. The practice of yoga is slowing the fluctuation of the mind. It doesn't matter what pose you choose. Be with it, commit to it, and be there. And release the knee. Both hands back to the mat, tabletop. Inhale, cow pose. Moving with your breath. Exhale, cat pose. Curl the toes, hover the knees, breathe. Strong upper body, pressing the mat away. Shoulder blades are broad. One more breath, deep inhale. And as you exhale, downward facing dog. Hips high, heels low. Spread the fingers wide and flatten them out. So straighten the arms. You're pressing the mat away from the hands. That's what's pressing the chest back towards the thighs. And then it doesn't matter how straight the legs are. Just drop the heels down. Bend the legs if you need that release. Find the stability here. Engage the core. Release the neck by shaking it yes and no. And we'll always end with a great big yes, yes, yes. And then go ahead and walk the dog. Bend the right, bend the left. And inhale, come up high on the toes. Let's move with our breath. Exhale, drop the heels over to the right. And again, inhale up high on the toes. As you exhale, drop the heels over to the left. Inhale again, back through center. Hover the knees. So bend the knees. Keep the arms strong and straight. Inhale, straighten the legs back up high. Release the heels back down low. Take the right leg up. Then as you do, bend it. Drop the foot, lift the knee. Open up to the right side body. Let that right shoulder lift. Take the gaze up and under that armpit. Circle out the knee that's in the air. Big circles, tiny circles. And reverse it. Are we breathing? Are we here? Are we practicing yoga? Inhale, straighten the legs, square it all up. As you exhale, bring it in, knee to nose, round the spine, tuck your chin, shift forward, tap the right tricep. Bring it down to the right wrist. Inhale the leg back up and repeat. Exhale, bring it in, knee to nose. Shift forward, right tricep, right wrist. Inhale, back up, three dog split. Last time, exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, shift forward, tap the right tricep, the right wrist. This time, bring it back up to the tricep and then dragon pose. Release the foot to the outer edge of the hand. You can stay on the hands or release down to those elbows. Back knee can stay up or it can release down. Pay attention to the front knee though. It has a desire to kind of want to fall out to the side. See if you can root through the big toe of that foot. Hug the knee in closer towards the body and try to square the hips off a little bit more. 2 more breaths. If you want to fly, lift the right arm up. If you want to bind, reach behind and grab for the foot. 1 more breath. Both hands come back towards your mat. Heel toe the foot in. Back foot meets the front. Fold forward at the top of the mat. When you get there, interlace your hands behind the back. Squeeze the palms towards one another and straighten the arms up and overhead. Relax your head here. Remove any wrinkles from the back of the neck. Another way of saying that is think of your forehead coming down towards your shins. And then everybody rock the weight a little bit more into the toes. Engage the belly and see if you can lengthen through the spine. 2 more breaths. Fire breath, guys. 1 more breath. Next, inhale, drop the right shoulder, bend the right knee. Keep the hands interlaced, but gaze up and over the right. So a little spinal twist here, working the back body and the shoulders. And then switch into the other side. Bend the right knee, the right shoulder. Gaze up and over. And take a breath, deep inhale. As you exhale, fold forward, release the hands to the earth. Inhale, flat back halfway. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, inhale up, nice big breath. Circle the sun, look up. Exhale, draw it in, heart center. Inhale, the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Left hand under the chest, right hand high. Bend the left knee. Gaze up, try to stack the shoulders. Tuck the belly in and lengthen through the spine. Last inhale, reach. Exhale, switch. Right hand down, left hand high. Bend the right knee if you need it. Root to rise, lift that arm up and stack the shoulders. 1 more inhale. As you exhale, both hands down to the mat. Inhale, flat back halfway. Exhale, step or hop it back high to low plank. Knees, chest, chin, always an option. Inhale, cobra or up dog, rolling the shoulders down away from the ears. Exhale, downward facing dog or tabletop. Take a breath when you get there, in through the nose, out through the nose. Reassess the hands, flatten them out, straighten the fingers out. Inhale the left leg up high. Bend the leg, the foot drops, the knee lifts. Circle out the knee, big or small, whatever you did on the other side. Take it here. Reverse. Inhale, straighten the legs, square it off. Exhale, fire breath. Bring it in, knee to nose. Shift forward, left tricep, gaze forward, think plank. Left wrist. Inhale, back up. Using your breath, guys. Exhale, bring it in, knee to nose. Shift forward, left tricep, gaze forward, drop the booty down, left wrist. Inhale, back up. One more time. Exhale, bring it in, knee to nose. Shift forward, left tricep, left wrist. This time, bring it back up. Dragon pose, release the foot, outer edge of that leg. Whatever you took on the other side, meaning whatever variation, repeat it here. 3 to 4 breaths. Relaxing your jaw and your shoulders, the tension in the body. 2 breaths. 1 breath. Go ahead and release. Let's bring the hands back towards the earth. Heel toe the foot in. Back foot meets the front. Again, fold forward at the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back halfway. Exhale, fold. Root to rise. Inhale up. Nice big breath. Exhale, draw it in. Heart center. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back halfway. Left foot steps back. Right low lunge. Release the back knee. Inhale, the arms come up overhead. As you exhale, interlace the hands behind the back. As you inhale, straighten the arms, root through the back knee, and pull the front hip back, just lengthening for a back extension. Inhale, release the arms back up overhead. Exhale, draw it in through heart center, take a twist. Shift forward with the torso, press the palms into one another, trying to get the hands back to heart center, stacking the elbows and the shoulders. One more breath here. Inhale, back up through low lunge. Exhale, hands to the mat, high plank pose into low plank pose. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a breath when you get there, in through the nose and out through the nose. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, bring it through for low lunge. Release the back knee. Inhale, the arms come up overhead. As you exhale, interlace the hands behind the back. Switch up your grip. Straighten the arms, root through the back knee as you lift up. Pull that front hip back. 1 breath. Inhale, release the arms back up overhead. Exhale, draw it in through heart center. Take a twist. Shifting forward with the torso and the crown of the head. Stack the hands, trying to pull them back to heart center. Breathe. 1 more breath. Inhale the arms back up overhead. As you exhale, hands to the mat. Back foot meets the front, fold forward, top of the mat. Inhale, flat back halfway. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, inhale up, nice big breath. Exhale, draw it in, heart center. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back halfway. Step or hop it back into your variation of low plank. Have integrity, awareness. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Removing the ego from the practice. And exhaling out. Inhale, look between the hands. As you exhale, step, hop, or float. Think butt up if you're taking the hop. Inhale, flat back halfway. Exhale, fold. Root to rise. Inhale, up, sun salutation A. Exhale, heart center. We have 3 more. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back halfway. Step or hop it back, low plank. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Tops of the feet touch the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. A breath here and restore pose. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Inhale, look between the hands. Exhale, step, hop or float, fold forward. This is our internal heat. Inhale, flat back halfway. Exhale, fold. Root to rise. Inhale up, nice big breath. Circle the sun. Exhale. exhale, draw it in, heart center. Inhale up, maybe close the eyes. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back halfway. Step or hop it back, low plank. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog or tabletop. Inhale, moving along, look between the hands. As you exhale, step, hop or float, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Last one, root to rise. Inhale up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back halfway. Exhale, step or hop it back, low plank. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice job, guys. Inhale, look between the hands. As you exhale, step, hop or float, fold, fold. Inhale, flat back, let the breath move you. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, little back extension, lean it back, take it back. Exhale, heart center, close the eyes, find some stillness. Breathe. One more. Blink the eyes open, inhale, chair pose. Exhale, draw it in, heart center, twist to the left. Take the right elbow towards the left knee. So drop the butt back first, and then start to drop it down. Pull that opposite hip, which is the right hip, back. Press the palms into one another. Try to stack the shoulders and the elbows, bringing the hands back to heart center, rotating through the spine. Engage your Mula Bandha, your bathroom muscles, your Kegel muscles. One more breath. Go deeper. Drop into that booty. Inhale, back through chair. You've got this, guys. Exhale, stand tall, Tadasana. Take a breath. Inhale. And exhale. Use the breath to move the energy. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, draw it in, heart center, twist to the other side. Again, drop the butt back and down. Pull the opposite hip back. Try to stack the shoulders and the elbows, pulling the hands back to heart center. 2 breaths. Inhale, engage the Mula Bandha. Spiral those inner thighs. 1 more breath. Breathe. Inhale, back through chair, reaching up, up, up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back halfway. Exhale, step or hop it back, low plank. Press back up, high plank. Low plank, high plank, down dog. Ooh, take a breath in through the nose. Out of the mouth, let it go. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, bring it in, knee to nose. Shift forward, think plank. So shoulders stack on wrist. You're lifting the knee up and forward, but dropping the booty down. High on the back toes, pressing the mat away from the arms. So strong in the core for 3, 2, 1. Crescent lunge. Release that foot between the hands and rise on up. Always have an option to drop that back knee if needed. Front toes, 12 o'clock. High on the back toes. Deep inhale. As you exhale, cactus the arms out to the side. High on the back toes. Reach up and back, opening up through the chest, through the heart. Breathe. 1 more inhale. Continue to interlace the hands behind the back. Straighten the arms, open the chest. Stay in that lunge. Stay high and active in the back leg. Inhale, extend, reach the arms forward. Fly into warrior 3 with control, with purpose. Lift that back leg. Hips are level. Maybe check it. Take your hands to your booty and see where they are. Flex your foot, engage the core, knit the ribs. Crescent lunge. Gently take a breath. Inhale. Exhale. Again, maybe this is more simple if you bring the hands to heart center. Warrior 3. Maybe you like to fly the arms in your Superman, reaching them behind you. Dial down the hip again, toes face the floor, engage the belly, slight up dog chest. 1 more breath. Crescent lunge. Tap it so gently, so gently. Work that front glute butt muscle. Last time, inhale, warrior 3. Slight up dog chest, nice straight line from the heel to the crown of the head. Go ahead and lift up standing staff. Take the opposite hand, which is the right hand, and grab the knee or outside of that left foot. Revolve extended hand to big toe. Full expression looks like so. Modified looks like so or here. Right? 2 more breaths. Lift and lengthen. Breathe. Engage the core. 1 more breath. Bring it back. Extend it back. Warrior 3. Crescent lunge. Gently tap it like a little mouse. Open up. Warrior 2. Deep inhale.
As you exhale, go into the fire. I know that leg's burning. I'm with you. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Stay in the lunge. Keep the knee in line with the pinky side of the foot. Side angle, forearm comes to the thigh, or reaches down towards the earth, or block, or child, or dog. Let the palm face down. Take the drishti up. Go a little deeper. Get that quad parallel to the earth. Get the knees stacked on the ankle. One more breath. Inhale, reverse the warrior. You've got this. Stay deep in that lunge. Exhale one more time, side angle. Maybe take the hand to the outside of the leg this time. Breathe, go a little deeper. One more breath. Warrior two, you've got this. Here's where the fire is. Deep inhale. Exhale, go, go, go. One more, inhale. Exhale, windmill the arms down to the mat. Take a flow, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. You can probably feel the difference from the right and left side. Just experience it. Breathe. Inhale, look between the hands. As you exhale, step, hop, or float again. Think butt up. Fold forward. Inhale, flat back halfway. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, sit down. Great. So notice if you've kind of got a little slope, the tailbone sticking out. We want to root the tailbone down. We want to take our front two hip points and lift them up. So it's almost like a thrust of the hips down. If it's too much on the neck, create intention. Always bring the hands to heart center. Spiral the inner thighs. Activate your glutes by rooting through the heels. One more breath. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back halfway. Exhale, step or hop it back, low plank. Press back up, high plank. Low plank, high plank, down dog. Take a breath in through the nose. Out through the nose. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, bring it in, knee to nose. Shift forward, think plank. So the shoulders stack on the wrist. Drop the butt down. Lift the knee up and forward. Lengthen through the back heel. Keep the chin above the shoulders. Glazing forward. 2 and 1. Crescent lunge. Release that foot down. Rise up. Find your balance. Find your pose. Breathe. Shoulders down away from the ears. Knit the ribs in. Tailbone down. Hip points up. Last breath here. When you're ready, warrior 3. Taking your time, moving with focus, with purpose. Again, maybe take the hands to the hips just the first time around and check it out. Dial down that hip, toes face the floor, up dog, chest, last breath. Tap it down, crescent lunge, nice and gently. Breathe, deep inhale. Next inhale, begin to move, warrior 3. You can do this. Slight up dog chest, knit the ribs, find your stability, find your focus. Revolving all around the breath. And if you fall, no big deal. Pick it back up. Crescent lunge. Tap it down. One more time. Inhale. Warrior 3. Working that left glute. Breathe. Lengthen through the heel and the crown and the head. Last breath here. Rising up to revolve. Extended hand to big toe. So the left hand grabs the knee or outer edge of that right foot. Begin to straighten the leg to the degree that you can. Take the right arm, reach it behind you. And then lastly, play around with that drishti. Level off the hips, squeeze those inner thighs together, flex the foot. One more breath. Coming back through center, bring it back, warrior 3. Crescent lunge. Warrior 2. Forget about this back arm, it's strong. Deep inhale. Exhale, find your fire, knees stacked on the ankle. Inhale, reverse your warrior, back hand, back leg. Exhale, side angle, forearm to the thigh or inside of that leg. Hand that's in the air, let's bring it forward, the palm faces down. Press the shoulder away from the ears. Breathe. Last breath. Staying in that lunge, legs are steady, reverse the warrior, root to rise. And then again, side angle, taking the hand to the outer edge of that leg, gazing up and under. Keep the ribs knitted in. Press through that back heel. Last breath here. Inhale up, warrior 2. Go deep as you exhale. Inhale, lengthen nice and strong. And as you exhale, windmill the arms down to the mat and take your flow high to low. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a breath. In through the nose. Out through the nose. Take your elbows down to the mat. Now, if you have a block, go ahead and place the block between your thumb and your index finger. Like so. It just helps us set up the arms so they're parallel to one another. What happens is our elbows want to display out and our hands want to come in. We want to try to create parallel lines with our wrist, elbows, and shoulders with both arms. So if you don't have a block, just try to come into that, press the hands into the mat, flatten the hands out. Let's not interlace the hands here. Let's try to flatten them out. It's a different rotation to that shoulder girdle. And then lift the hips up. You guys can bend the legs as much as you need to, but keep pressing the mat away from the elbows. Get the shoulders stacked on the elbows and just take the drishti, which is the gaze, about midway to that forearm. Breathe. Now, if you have space between the head and the mat, maybe you want to lift a leg, just intensifying the strength of the pose. Now, if you lift a leg and you collapse, don't lift, come back down. We have 3 more breaths, so breathing, guys. Nice, strong upper body, strong mind, 2 breaths. 1 breath. Now see, both arms at the same time. Can you straighten them? Down dog. Get the block out of the way. Maybe widen the hands a little bit. Take a breath in through the nose. Out of the mouth, let it go. Let's separate our hands so they're at least the width of our mat. If you want to come onto blocks or maybe some books to give yourself a little height, I just use my fingertips. But everybody, I want you to try it. No excuses. Look between the hands and just see if you can hop through. Coming onto your butt for boat pose. Lift up. Whee! Yay, we did it. So once in boat pose, it's not time for water or for a break. We're still in the practice. If you need water, by all means, get it. But stay focused. Think of a string pulling that heart up. Inhale, low boat. Exhale, high boat. Inhale, low boat. Exhale, high boat. Look, you can also support yourself. Inhale, low boat. Exhale, high boat. Hug the elbows together. Inhale, low boat. Exhale, high boat. 3 more. Low and high. 2, low and high. Last 1. Low, high, boat, hold. Try to straighten the legs out. Breathe. Relax your face. Smile. Crisscross the feet. Bring the hands out in front. Step or hop it back. High plank to low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a breath in through the nose, out through the nose. Inhale, look between the hands. As you exhale, step, hop or float, and fold forward. When you get there, let's step on the hands. So separate the feet so they're about hip distance. Bend your legs, guys, as much as you need to so you can step on the hands and the toes can meet the wrist. Keep the legs as bent as you need. Relax your head. And then from there, if you want, start to straighten the legs as you rock the weight into the toes, putting pressure onto the heels of the hand. For 3. For 2. For 1. Go ahead and release the hands and we'll just roll up nice and slow. Continue the arms up overhead as the breath comes. Exhale, draw it in, heart center. Inhale the arms up overhead, Shiva Mudra. Release the hand, the index and the thumb. Interlace the fingers. Lengthen nice and tall, and as you exhale, reach over to the right. Try not to arch the back forward and back, just arch it sideways like you're in the middle of a glass panel. Breathe, tuck the belly in, engage the glutes, shoot the hips out. 1 more breath. And then inhale through center, over to the other side. Shoulders soft away, down from the ears. Tuck the belly in, shoot the hips out, squeeze the legs. Inhale through center, option to keep the hands as is or bring them to the small of the back. Engage the glutes, maybe you separate the feet slightly. Start to press the hips forward as you lift the heart up and go back. 2 breaths there. Deep inhale and exhale. One more, inhale. And exhale. Nice and slow, inhale, come up. As you exhale, fold forward. A complete cycle of the nervous system, central. The parasympathetic nervous system and the sympathetic nervous system. Inhale, flat back halfway. Exhale, step or hop it back, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the right leg high. As you exhale, walk the hands back to meet that standing foot at the back of your mat. Standing split on the left, fold over. You want standing split, then square the hips. If you want standing needle, then the hips are open. Those of you that are working on handstand press up, hips are squared. Shoulders are stacked right on the wrist. You're high on the left toes. It's just a little hop up and a kick with the left foot. For 3, 2, and 1. Nice, let's open up Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Left hand will stay. Grab your blocks or your books or whatever you're using as a prop if you need it, and open up. Now, if you're falling behind you, notice if that leg is falling behind you as well. Try to keep the heel in line with the hip. Flex the foot. Drishti is down unless you're super balanced today, and then start to take the drishti sideways or up. One more breath. Revolving half moon. Both hands come down to the mat. Level off the hips, so square them off. Lengthen through the crown of the head and start to twist and rotate and open. Stacking the shoulders, crown of the head reaching forward, heel reaching back. One more breath. Both hands come back down to the mat. Bring the hands to the hips. Bend the standing leg. Come on up, tree pose. Foot comes to the inside of that leg. So even kickstanding on the ankle. Move it up to the calf. And that inner thigh. Even half lotus is a variation that you can take. 3. Press through the big toe of the standing foot. Knit the ribs, lengthen nice and tall. 5, your bridge. One more breath here. Staying with it. If you fall, come back up, guys. Stay with the practice. And then taking a figure 4. So the right leg is going to drop over the left and sit down. Flex that right foot. Option 1, just stay here. Option 2, bring the hands to the mat. Option 3, straighten the leg and fold over. Option 4, set up for your arm balance. Hands come right underneath the shoulders. Hug the elbows in, and that foot hooks on the opposite tricep. Once the foot is hooked, maybe you can get the shin onto the opposite elbow, shift forward, and play around. Right? 2. Breathing, and 1. If you're folding forward, slowly start to come back up into that figure 4. And then standing split, shoot that leg up, bring the hands down to the mat. This time, bend the leg that's in the air. Take the opposite hand, the left hand, reach it up and grab the foot. Pull, if you can't grab the foot, just reach the arm up and take the foot towards the butt. If you can, pull the foot, the heel towards the glute, lift the knee up, get a nice stretch through that hip flexor and psoas. One more breath, deep inhale. And then exhale, fold forward, top of the mat. Inhale, flat back halfway. Exhale, fold, lift the left leg high, standing split on the right side. Standing split, hips are squared off, though the leg is a little lower. Standing needle, hips are open. One is not better than the other, they're just different. You're practicing the handstand pickups, you have 3 breaths. Square the hips off. Shoulders stack on the wrist, high on the right toes, and just a little kick. 3. Try to keep the arms straight. 2. And 1. Open up, half moon. Right hand stays towards the earth, and left arm flies high. So again, maybe you're falling behind. That leg might be falling behind the hip. See if you can keep the hip and the heel in the same line. Drishti is down, or maybe you're floating the eyes up. Take 1 more breath. Both hands come down, square off the hips, revolve your half moon. Flex that foot that's in the air, lengthen through the crown of the head and twist and open. Stack those shoulders, keep the leg lifted, lift it a little higher, higher. Nice, moving through warrior 3, hands to the hips, come on up, tree pose. Whatever you took on the other side, take it here. Ankle, calf, thigh. You choose, but be here. Come back to that breath. Come back to the practice of yoga. Slowing all the distractions and focusing on what is right here, right now. One more breath. If you fall, pick yourself back up. Figure 4 on the other side. Left leg crosses over the right, sit down. Option just to stay right here or bring the hands down to the earth. Option to stay right here or start to straighten the leg and fold the body in half. If you want to try the arm balance, again, the foot hooks on the opposite tricep. Hug the elbows in, shift the weight forward, kick that back heel up. Maybe extend it out for 2. For 1. Slowly rising back up into that figure 4. Arms reaching up overhead, and then standing split, hands to the mat, leg lifts up high. The opposite hand, that right hand, reach it up as you bend the leg that's in the air and see if you can hook the foot. Pull the heel down as you lift the knee up and stretch it out. Take one more breath. And release, fold forward at the back of the mat. Walk the hands out, downward facing dog, ripple forward, high plank pose. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, child's pose for 2. Right where we started our class, bring the forehead towards the mat, the knees are wide, arms out in front, big belly breath. For 1. Revisiting puppy pose, slither forward, dropping the chin down. Actually, we didn't do puppy in this class, so coming into puppy pose. My classes are blending together. So lift the hips up, drop the chest. Maybe the chin's on the mat. Maybe there's space between your body and the mat. That's okay. If you're feeling a stretch along the front side of the body and in the shoulders and the pecs, you're achieving the goal. So just be there, relax, trust. One more breath. All right, press back through child's pose. Let the hips meet the heels and just roll that torso up. We're going to bring our legs around front, coming onto our bums. Bring the arms out in front like you're grabbing a beach ball, and you're going to lower halfway down. So when you lower, sit your sit bones down like you're trying to press your tailbone into the earth, and then take a string pulling that heart up. So you're nice and straight up here. You can feel your ribs, your intercostal muscles really working. And then lower down a little more. Try not to collapse in the upper body. Lift back up through that heart. Breathe, smile, lower down a little bit more. Breathe, such strong core, personal power. Lower down a little more. Breathe, lift, 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 and then lower all the way down. Nice job. Lift the legs up towards the ceiling. Happy baby. So feet will come out to the side. You're even reaching for the back of the knees, or you're gonna reach for the feet, but you don't want effort. You don't wanna reach up and lift the head off the mat. The head needs to be fully supported. So whether you're using a block or it's fine on the floor, just make sure it's supported. Pull the knees down, pump the heels up, tuck your chin as you root the back of the head and take a breath. And next inhale, go ahead and release the feet down. Set it up, hip distance apart, toes are forward. We have 3 rounds so you know where you're going. Try not to doubt, try not to hesitate, try not to, I don't want to do this, this is hard. No movement, just breathe and move. So deep inhale here. Out of the mouth, get it out. Next inhale, you know where we're going. Bridge or wheel. You've already made your mind up. Come up, 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 up right now. Inhale. 3 breaths. Try to bring the toes back to 12 o'clock. The knees in. Straighten the arms. Try to straighten the legs. 1 more breath. Root to rise. Lift. Exhale, bring it down. Take a breath here. Deep inhale. Maybe you're just resting on your head if you're taking 3 back bends like me. Again, inhale, lift up. Don't doubt. Don't hesitate. Right into it. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. You've got this, guys. Get nice and strong. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Bring it down. We have 2 breaths in between here. Deep inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. You're so much stronger than the mind believes. Come on up. Last one. Get up, up, up. 3 breaths. Deep inhale. Relax your face. Exhale. For 2. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. Stay with it, with it. Exhale. Slowly lower down. Hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little rock, side to side. And then settle into that space of stillness just on your back. Focus on the third eye. Notice the energy swirling around you. One more breath here. Release the hands and lift the legs up. Waterfall pose. If you want to elevate the hips a little more, you can sit on something or shoulder stand. So rock and roll your hips up or stay in waterfall. If you're in waterfall, let's get the hands lifted too. And if you want to work the ankles and the wrist, you can obviously do that. So if you're in shoulder stand, let's rock and roll the hips up. Walk the hands up the spine. We're trying to stack on the shoulders, not the neck. So move that chin away from the neck so you can breathe. And it's okay if you look like the leaning tower of Pisa. We're not supposed to be fully stacked here. A very small percentage of the population can actually do that. So don't judge yourself or compare yourself. Spiral the inner thighs together. Engage everything and lift up. You have 5 more breaths here in shoulder stand. So close the eyes and try to cultivate that strong sense of breath. 4 more. Ujjayi breath, easy to constrict the throat if you're in shoulder stand. It's already done for you. It's called your Jalahar Bandha, your throat lock. 3 more. 2. 1 more. Inhale, lengthen, lift, lift, lift. Try to touch the clouds or the ceiling. And then release the feet behind you, coming into plow pose. Now the feet may land on something, they may never land on something. Either one is irrelevant to the practice, to the pose. Just allowing yourself to be where you are is the practice. It doesn't matter what it looks like or what you look like or what you don't look like. It just matters where you are, if you're feeling it, experiencing it, and being with it, not running from it, not going someplace else in the mind, but being here. If deaf man is in your practice, you're going to bend the legs here. The knees will come next to the ears, the shins next to the mat or close to the mat. And we'll take 3 more breaths. You're getting uncomfortable. This is yoga, right? The yogis say the beginning of your yoga practice is the moment you want to come out. The moment the discomfort triggers a reaction. The yogis say, stay, observe, be there in it, without reacting, without attaching, without identifying. 1 more breath. So if you're in deaf man's or in plow, go ahead and straighten the legs back up for shoulder stand. And then we'll all descend down from shoulder stand, lowering vertebrae at vertebrae. Another core exercise right here if you go nice and slow. You can land the bum right on the hands and slow lower of the legs, activating the transverse abdominals, the lower abdominals. Once the feet touch the floor, pop up onto the elbows and let the heart and chest open. I always suggest tucking the chin. I'm not in favor of allowing that head to fall back. Over time and repetition, it causes injury and damage. So 1 more breath. We want strength, stability. Hypermobile isn't good without strength. Super strong isn't good without flexibility. We need the balance of both. Release down, hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little rock side to side, but tuck that chin in. Revisit happy baby. Again, reaching inside, outside of the feet, or the back of the knees is equally as sufficient. This time, lengthen through the spine. Press the small of the back into the earth. Tuck the chin. Press the back of the head into the earth. Firm yourself. Ground yourself. 1 more breath. Next inhale, left leg goes long, right knee into the chest when removing pose. Deep inhale through the nose. As you exhale, pull the knee into the bottom. And next inhale, cross the knee over the body for your spinal twist. And a nice little neck stretch here. Look the opposite direction of your knee. Don't force anything, but get there and then breathe and see if you can surrender. See if you can soften and let go. But focus on the breath. Don't let the mind lose the discipline. Yoga is a discipline. That's what it is. It's not an event. It's not something that happens that you achieve and you move on. It's a practice. It's a daily practice of showing up and being aware, being enlightened, being connected. Slowly releasing out, hug the knee into the chest and just straighten that leg up. Give it a little pull to work that hamstring. Maybe try to give your shin or knee a kiss. And then switch. Right leg long, left knee into the body. Deep inhale through the nose. As you exhale, pull the knee closer in. And the next breath, twist. Left knee crosses over. And again, twist. Stretch that opposite neck, the opposite side of the neck. And breathe. Relax the jaw here and cheeks. Go ahead and come out. Again, straighten that leg. Just get a little hamstring stretch if you want the most of it. Try to get up and kiss the knee. And then release both knees down. We'll roll on to our stomach. Coming into a shoulder stretch. We already stretched our shoulders, the outer shoulders, the beginning of class. So let's stretch the pecs and the chest. So we'll bring the right arm out. If you were inside of a clock, your head would be at number 12. Your right hand would be grabbing the number 3. So go ahead and lie flat. The most important thing here is you want your head supported. So it's either all the way on the ground or it's on your block or a pillow. And then roll into that right shoulder. Again, head is supported. Maybe that opposite knee is bent behind. Maybe you can get both feet to the mat coming onto the back, fully opening up that shoulder. Again, I don't suggest trying that if you're not hyper flexible. And breathe. 3 breaths. Relaxing your jaw and your shoulders, specifically in this pose. 2 breaths. One breath. Go ahead and release out of that. The right arm comes next to the body and the opposite ear comes to the mat. Just take a breath. Now, if you were inside of that same clock, the left hand would be grabbing the number 9. And when you're ready, roll into that shoulder. The opposite knee can bend and come behind, maybe both. And don't be alarmed if one side feels a lot more restricted or a lot tighter than the other. It's normal. One of the main reasons we practice is to create balance and to instill balance within our lives. And we can't have balance out there in our life if we don't have balance within. Right? So each pose is instilling balance. And you can even break that down with it. So just breathe. The side that's a little tighter, maybe start with. Maybe spend a little more time there, a little more love and energy there. 2 more breaths. One more breath. Again, slowly release. Arm comes next to the body, opposite ear to the mat, which is the right ear. And just take a breath. One more. Bring your hands next to your chest. And we'll get up for hero pose or set up for hero pose. So you'll separate the feet wide enough so you can sit down. Now, if you know that you need support in this pose when you're in the studio, you use blocks, go find something around your house to put underneath you. Protect your knees. We only have 2 of them. They're extremely delicate joints. We want to honor them. We don't want to force into them out of the sake of not getting up and grabbing something. So set your position up. If you're taking half of the expression with one leg out straight, I'll give you the halfway point. So we're already about 2 breaths in. You want to go back, go ahead and go back onto the hands or the elbows. I'm going to take this seated. Close the eyes and just try to settle in. So no fidgeting, no moving around, no tapping, no wiping sweat, no looking around. Close the eyes. Or find your drishti somewhere on your mat. Just allowing the full absorption of your attention to be in. Notice wherever you're feeling this pose and breathe into that space. Try to tell yourself to let go and to relax. Or halfway. So if you have half of the expression, come into the other side. 5 breaths. And smile. 4. Relax the shoulders and jaw. 3. Two. Last breath here. If you're all the way back, use your hands. Slowly support yourself as you come up. You can bring the hands out in front and just let the legs come out behind. We'll make our way into pigeon. So if you need to come into down dog to get there, feel free. We're creatures of habit. Sometimes we need that. If not, just slide one of the legs forward. If you know what hip is tighter, here's our opportunity to practice that side first. More attention, more love. Law of diminishing returns, it's called. So setting up for pigeon, you can take king or proud pigeon or just surrender down, let go. So once you're there, take the first few seconds to get all the fidgeting out. Set yourself up to a comfortable position that you can manage. A little bit of discomfort, manageable discomfort. And then using your breath to control the awareness, to be present, but also using the breath to let go. The exhale to release, to surrender. Using this opportunity to be. You know, we all have been forced to sort of slow down recently. For some business owners, if you're having to find another avenue, then you're not slowing down yet. But for most, we're being asked to slow down, to go inward, to spend quality time with our family. And that's hard and challenging for a lot of people. So hopefully your yoga practice can help you with that a little bit. Practice it right here without the distractions of anything else. So we're going to take about 5 more breaths here. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Slowly coming up. Moving right out into the other side. Pigeon. So again, you can move through down dog and bring that opposite leg through, or just swing the leg from behind around front. And same practice here. Find the pose, settle in, get all the fidgeting, all the moving, all the distractions out of there. Close the eyes, make this practice what it is, being here. The mind, the ego, it pulls you out 100, 101 times. Bring it back 102. You know, it's this battle. And often in the battle, we give up, right? I hear all the time, I can't practice yoga, or I can't meditate because my mind is too busy, or I don't like sitting still. But it's because you haven't broke through that kind of barrier. You practice, you try, and then eventually you give up and you feel defeated. So stick with it. Even if you get lost in a 5-minute story, just catch it and bring it back. Don't let the practice dissipate because of that. It's a discipline. It's showing up. It's getting back up after you've fallen down. It's coming back to the practice of concentration when the mind has lost control. And the best tool, the best thing to bring you into that space is your breath. When you do something as unnatural as deep breathing, the mind has to focus. And when you deep breathe, you actually send your body into a state of healing, of rest, of stillness. Listen, if this practice didn't work, if there was faults in it, it wouldn't still be around 5,000 years later and growing exponentially day after day after day. It's not magic, it's not even science. But it's a practice. It's retraining the way that we walk on this earth. It's retraining the way we think, the way we live life, the way we react to life. And that in itself is healing. 2 more breaths. One more breath. So slowly come on up. If you have any other poses you want to take, feel free to take them. I'm going to give you guys about a minute. So I'll give you a halfway point if you're taking something, like if you want to take splits, you're taking 2 sides, I'll give you the halfway point. Some suggestion is splits, frog, wide-legged straddle, seated forward fold, 90-90, shoelace, which is cow face. Lots of different variations and options. And we all need something a little different. So choose what honors you. That's kind of one of the benefits of practicing at home. We don't have the distractions or the fear of being embarrassed in front of other people or the judgments of even us not being as good as a practitioner. You know, all the crazy stories that we create that aren't real. A person that can touch their toes is not a better person than a person that can't. That's just silly nonsense. We're halfway. But we attach these ideas to these things without really even knowing it. And we walk around on the planet crazy talking to ourselves. Assumptions. Taking things personal. So all yoga is asking us to do is to turn the light on, pay attention to that. We're not here to judge you or even tell you what to do, what's right or what's wrong. The yogis don't believe there is a right or wrong. Just live in your truth. And everything else falls into place. Much easier said than done. So go ahead and come out nice and slow, finish your next breath, and then I encourage you to get a sip of water. It always makes Shavasana a little bit more comfortable. You quench the thirst, you cool off the body. And then don't check out right now, right? Just because I'm not there watching you and you can't walk out of the studio. This is for you. This isn't for me. This is your practice. You're accountable for you. So take Shavasana. Put it this way. There's 1,440 minutes in a day. We're going to spend about 7 of them just trying to be still. That's it. Not too hard. Right? So as the mind pulls you and distracts you out, pull it back. And then I'll end class with a reading. I might play some crystal bowls while you're in Shavasana. I actually don't know if you can hear them, so I would love to hear some input after class if you can hear them. So lie down, spread out, get comfortable, get your arms out wide, just be in a receiving mudra, receiving body position. Let's exhale all the air out. Take a nice big breath in. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Again, big breath in. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Next breath we hold in through the nose. Hold the breath. Relax the shoulders though. Take another sip of air in and hold for 10. Open your mouth, sigh it out, get it out of there, let go. One more deep inhale, inflate your belly, your lungs, the chest, keep breathing, 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 and hold. One more sip of air in. Sigh it out, let it go. Keep exhaling, exhaling, exhaling. And now just let that breath return to its natural rhythm. If you are playing a playlist, you can either stop it or make sure it's on the meditation song, which is usually the last song. And I'll see you guys on the other side.
This is your third and fifth chakra. Third is yellow, creativity, personal power, that goddess energy within all of us. It's located right at the navel. Hold your awareness there. The color is yellow. color's blue. Hold your awareness at your throat. What are you feeling deep down inside? Under the anger, under the rage, under the numb, I don't care, it doesn't matter. Are you really feeling scared, hurt, abandoned? Go more deeply into yourself and your emotions than you've ever gone before. Be more honest with yourself than you've ever been before. The way to joy, the way to the heart is tender, soft, gentle, honest. The way to the heart is to be vulnerable. You don't have to be so brave. You don't have to be so strong. You don't have to always walk away with your head held high saying, I can handle this. I've been through worse. Become angry if you must. Feel your rage if it's there. Go numb once in a while if you must. Then take a chance and go a little deeper. Go way down deep inside. See what's there. Take a look around. Risk being vulnerable. Love yourself and all your emotions. Be as honest with yourself as you can. Simply see how you really feel, and then express and say how you really feel. So thank you, yogis and yoginis, for showing up virtually for class this evening. It's really been a fun experience doing this with everybody. And as always, I'd like to thank our teachers and their teachers, because without them, we wouldn't have this practice in such a needed time. And thank yourself for showing up for you. Practicing at home adds a whole nother dimension to your practice. There's good things, there's bad things, just like there is with everything in life. So do your best to always do your best. You do that by being aware, by slowing down, by connecting with who you truly are under the mask, under the roles, under the attachments. So go out there, have fun this weekend, be safe, be healthy. Namaste.